Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back for game, I believe, 6 of the College Alumni Tournament. Today we got another big matchup. Should be a pretty even game between Clemson, as you can see in the orange, and Penn State, rocking the all-white unis today. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get into the rosters real quick and get right into the game. All right, starting off with Clemson, we got quarterback, Travis Etienne at running back. I guess Gallman's running fullback. Really solid receivers, as you can see up. Tight end, Mike Williams made the move over to tight end due to a lack of depth at that position, as you can see. Offensive line's going to struggle heavily, as you can see. Not pretty. Probably the worst in the tournament, not going to lie. But this defensive line, they got some big heavies. 305, Grady Jarrett. 315, Christian Wilkins. Dexter Lawrence, 342. DJ Reader, 347. 4-3, so all four of them will be on the field most of the time. Isaiah Simmons moved down from safety to linebacker. He's flipped back and forth, but today we were due to the strong need at linebacker for Clemson. Some strong corners and a couple of decent safeties, but they are without kicker and punter, so they have also been scrubs for those positions. Now for the Cowboys, quarterback's going to be a little bit of a question mark. See if Trace McSorley can get things cooking. Saquon and Miles Sanders at running back. Some good receivers, as well as some good tight ends. Offensive line's decent. Going to have some holes, though. Defense is pretty solid all around. Nothing super special until you get to this guy right here, Micah Parsons. He should be all over the place for this defense. Corners, they got a couple decent ones, but they got to go against some really good wide receivers. Safeties are also decent. Adrian Amos, second best player. And yeah, they do have kicker and punter, so should be a good game. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And also joining me today is my good friend Miguel. Miguel, how you feeling about this game?
This game has Trace McSorley, so I think that's already guaranteed a banger. But yeah, no, I expect no different from this game than the other ones in the past, and I'm just excited to see who.
All right, Penn State starting off with the ball. Another Super Bowl setting. Like I've said in the past, we do these in franchise. But we've had some conference matchups, which they don't have quite the same feel as these Super Bowl matchups. I'm excited to get back in this atmosphere. And I really like the way the uniforms turned out for this game, too.
Definitely looking crisp. Thank you, Ethan.
For sure, for sure. Roll on a dime.
I'll tell you, if he gets a rushing touchdown, I won't do it for his passing touchdowns. If he gets a rushing touchdown, I'm singing that song. So, viewers, I apologize if you don't like my singing, but if you don't like it, too bad. Go under center. Oh, play action. And, not only does he get sacked, but he coughs up the ball.
Oh, that's a house call.
So this looking like a scoop and score. And, even Saquon can't catch him. Yeah, Isaiah Simmons. That's a tough one for Penn State to swallow, man. Before that play happened, I was going to ask you who you think was going to win today.
I can still answer it. I'll try not to let that sway what I would have said. But I'm still going to go. I mean, obviously, Clemson's got the lead right now. I'm going to go Clemson. Now, mainly because I like the weapons that they got on offense, and their defense is really solid. And Penn State has a little too many holes for me. Okay. We'll see how Saquon performs. He's easily the best player on offense, but he is behind a subpar offensive line, running into 4 great run stoppers.
Okay.
So we're just going to have to see how Penn State plays this game. They're definitely going to have to learn mistakes.
I will say I am curious to see what McSorley is going to be looking like, at least passing wise. I mean, we were about to get a chance before he got sacked, but he has decent weapons around. You know, obviously Godwin being one of them, his 60 at tight ends. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how he performs, especially with his overall. I mean, we've seen low overall kind of impact certain players, but at the same time, we've also seen like low overalls play pretty well. So I'm curious to see what happens. McSorley not throwing a dime. You know, that's a tough one. All right, McSorley going under center. And they decide to hand it off. And Saquon getting about a good 5. 35 on 31. Let's see who gets it. McSorley throwing. Oh, what a completion to Godwin.
Great
14 yards. Yeah, definitely
pass a little off,
mover.
but you got receivers like Godwin that can make plays for you.
And, you know, sometimes those like wild passes can, you know, be helpful. Like that probably would have been a hard interception for, man, maybe not. But in some catches like that, maybe it actually works out better for the receiver as he gets a kind of a better position instead of the corner. Godwin coming out the backfield with the pass. Second and 2 on the 46. McSorley going under center. We're looking at a play action. Oh, and he throws it on a dime.
Godwin holds on after a big hit. They are moving this ball.
You know, do you think they should commit to the passing game because of the run stuffers that you got up on that line on the Clemson side?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you definitely want to try to get Saquon involved here, but I mean, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, try to get him involved that way. Yeah, I don't think the run game is going to be very successful against this defensive line.
Looking at a keeper, but McSorley gets no yards.
Trying to spice it up in a run game. Just didn't work. Ooh.
Oh, sketchy pass and what looked like triple coverage.
Yeah, heavily covered right there. Definitely should not have thrown that ball.
3rd and 10. Let's see if they can convert. They definitely need to get, considering the score right now. I know they were on 3 points is nice, but 6 points that turns into 7 is a lot better. Dot to Kazuki, who fights. Getting it 4th and 3.
Likely they're just going to take their 3 here.
But if you were the head coach,
could go for it. If I'm the head coach, it's a coin flip for me. I could see it going either way. If you think you got a good play, then you might go for it here. But it's a little early. I don't think you're heavily at a disadvantage if you take a 3. Your defense hasn't seen the field yet. You don't know. I mean, they're going to go for it.
Oh, yes, sir. That's what we love to see.
See what they do here. He
had
the hole, but he stopped.
Saquon got a little scared on the line. That was definitely. I don't think the play calling was bad. I don't think the fact that they went for it was bad. I think at that point that was a Saquon mistake. Deshaun Watson and his group coming onto the field. He hands the ball off. A little stiff arm taking out 2 people. Travis Etienne gets about 6 yards. Watson going in the center. Okay, we got a penalty. Flag on the field. It looks like false start on the offense. Williams getting the call. That's a tough one. Good for Penn State, but not good for Clemson. A draw play. Travis Etienne goes to the outside. 3rd and 3. Pretty solid IQ shown by the running back. Deshaun Watson going 5 wide. That's I don't know if I would have thrown it. That was it looked very covered even on the one-on-one scenario.
Yeah, I mean, it is D-hop, but yeah, I don't know that I make a throw that quick in a situation where you got to pick up the first either.
But now the ball falls into Penn State's hands, and if they're going to get a touchdown, it has to be here if they want to tie this up.
I mean, it's still early, still plenty of time.
Hands the ball to Saquon, who hits the hole this time and gets the first down.
Surprisingly finding running room. I mean, he had a hole last time he got the ball. He just, I don't know what he was doing. He just shied away from it. Tried to figure out another way to get the first. Ended up costing him a chance to keep the drive alive. But that time picks up a good chunk of yards there. You can keep it up.
McSorley handing off to Godwin. Godwin rushing for 3 yards. Ethan, how do you feel about Godwin taking some snaps at running back?
Well, this is a playbook where they were assigned the 49ers playbook. So, I mean, he might be playing a Deebo Samuel type role in this game, which I don't think should be a problem for him. He is one of the better players on the offense. Dangerous pass right there. Luckily not intercepted. Yeah, he is one of the more explosive players on the offense. I think him playing a Deebo Samuel type role could honestly benefit this offense. I'm going to be in the slot most of the day.
What a reception. Again, Godwin in the backfield as well as Saquon, but Godwin looking a little tired. Now Chase McSorley trying to scramble, but sadly gets sacked, making it 4th and 7. That was Wilkins with his first sack of the day. I'd assume Kyle Shanahan would not make the call to go for it. I'd assume the special teams unit would come out here and kick. All right, kick is up, and kick is good.
Just
almost
barely
a little too short,
gets it over, which is surprising. I mean, it was 50 or so, 50 yards. But, I mean, he's not an auto-assigned kicker. He's an 80 overall kicker. I'm not sure what his kick power is, but I would have assumed that would be easy make for him.
All right, the return goes to 24. Penn State's defense definitely needs to get a stop here. And they can get another chance to get a touchdown or a field goal to make it a 1-point game. Deshaun wants to go in 5 wide.
Under pressure.
Ooh. You know, he almost got
slightly off. Yeah, I mean, it was a decent pass, a risky pass. If the receiver had to lunge out for that, DB was right there to make a play. If he didn't touch that. Right in the face of pressure, makes a decent throw. Just couldn't hold on.
I'd have more faith if this was the Deshaun Watsons from the Texans, but after taking such a long hiatus from the game, you can definitely see that the rustiness kind of showing from Deshaun.
This is a team, wide open.
Oh.
Mike Williams out of the tight end spot. Or no, that's D-Hop out of the slot.
Looks like a little bit of bust.
Or no, I believe
bust the coverage right there.
Rose out of the slot. I don't know where he came from. Definitely came up the middle of the field.
I think that was a bench play, so that means 2 people kind of working off the slot, and D-Hop made the catch. If D-Hop can keep getting open like that, then this Clemson offense will get rolling. Oh, Deshaun throwing to the zig route.
Now there's Mike Williams at tight end.
What did they go with here? As the ball, hands it off. ATN taking it about a couple yards, making it 3rd and 5. You know, definitely as of right now, both teams are relying on the passing game. What a catch from D-Hop, fighting for a little extra yards, moving the chain.
The Clemson's offense is going to be an offense that is going to try to target quick passes. They're running if I remember right, multiple zone run offense. Try to utilize everybody in their offense, try to get some quick passes off. Because this O-line should not be holding for that long, especially when you got guys like Micah Parsons coming off the end like he is right now.
Oh, what a throw on the run by Deshaun getting to D-Hop. I thought he was going to get sacked right there.
Yeah, Deshaun's been performing really well under pressure right now. And it's allowing this Clemson offense to move. And we've seen in past tournament games guys like Joe Burrow, he should be a pretty mobile guy. He's just been sitting back, taking his time. I mean, he does have a better offensive line. But Deshaun Watson's out here making plays.
Let's see what play they go with here. Putting him tight end in motion. Hands the ball off to Travis. Travis going the wrong way with it.
Looks like he had the hole, just a poor animation. Micah Parsons in on the stop.
Yeah, 2 plays, one from both teams where running back had a hole, and for some reason they just shot away from it. Yeah, he had it, and then he just did a 180 going backward. So I said 360. All right, running two running back set here.
As the hole shakes off a tackler and gets into the end zone for the second Clemson touchdown of the day. And that'll give them a 2-possession lead.
Definitely now when Penn State gets the ball, they definitely need to get a touchdown if they want to stay in this game. Take a look at the replay. Breaking a tackle, fighting for the touchdown. It's a good play overall. ATM making up for his mistake a couple days prior. Clemson looking for the extra point here. And it's good. 14-3 is your score, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't remember if I asked you or not, but who did you have winning this game coming in?
Gonna be honest, I kind of want Penn State to win. Two main reasons. Number one, one of my favorite teachers from high school, used to be a teacher at Penn State, so, shout out Mr. H. But the other reason too is because, Trace McSorley is a legend. His tale gets told across all the lands, especially in his theme song. So, I got to go for the board,
So is that that's who you want to win? Who do you think's going to win?
Oh, Clemson.
And is that swayed at all by what the score already is, or is that who you were thinking would win going in?
I was thinking that's who was going to win in the first place.
Big run there by Saquon. Picked up the first and then some.
Like the weapons that Clemson has is just a bit more deadly than what Penn State has, and I got to be realistic here.
Yeah, so far Clemson's pretty much only weakness is, they have a couple holes at linebacker. Pretty much their biggest weakness is their offensive line, and that hasn't seemed to phase them too bad so far. As they've been able to get off quick passes, Deshaun's been able to evade rushers, make throws on the run.
Sadly, Saquon cannot avoid that defender. That play will go back to about 3rd and 6. Take a look at the replay. They were looking for a screen here, but the defense just sniffed it out, and with a good form tackle made, and that just results in a loss of yard. That Godwin and Saquon in the back, and he throws it. and it does move the chains.
Allen Robinson there on the reception. Another one of those good receivers. Penn State's got a solid group of receivers with Godwin, Robinson, and Dotson.
Definitely
Pretty
a
solid weapons all
receiver
around.
core.
Even at tight end, Gesicki and Fryermuth. Oh, that's an interception.
Ooh.
That might be.
Is this a
He
pick
can
six?
get past the quarterback.
Oh, Trace McSorley with the tackle. Mullen with the interception. Yeah, if this defense keeps operating like this and getting turnovers and offense perform like they did last offensive drive, then this definitely we could see a possible blowout here. Watson and company taking the field yet again. Going empty backfield. The last time they did this, it was the first play of the last drive, and it didn't look so good. But now it does, and he gets the completion.
Micah Parsons coming off the edge right there, forcing Deshaun Watson to roll out a little bit to his left. But he's still able to make a good throw on the move to T. Higgins for the first down. It's going to be interesting to see how Penn State decides to use Micah Parsons this whole game. This is a 4-3 defense. Micah Parsons should be coming off the edge quite a bit like he is right now. Should be seen in coverage a good bit. Seen a stand-up linebacker. I mean, he should be all over the place.
I think with anybody else that would be a very maybe not the best decision in the world, but Michael Parsons he's built different compared to other linebackers. He's a versatile player. You could truly put him anywhere on the field and he could operate very well. So I think wherever they play him, whether it's in coverage or on the edge, he'll be just fine.
Yeah, he's lined up the middle linebacker.
The only issue is, sadly, there is no iron team. One man cannot carry this entire team. And sadly, Micah cannot carry that entire defense. So some of these other players are going to have to step up if Penn State is going to want to try to come back and get him this game. Shot number center. Looks for the pass. Oh, rolls out. Might take it himself. And he does. Deshaun Watson touchdown.
Easily gets in the end zone. Nobody wanted to step up.
Look at that hustle back to the sideline. Look at the replay. Deshaun Watson using his speed, rolling out. Just a solid high IQ play. Nothing's open, then just take it yourself. Looking for the extra point here.
Clemson playing a really clean game so far. Not a lot of teams have been able to do that in this tournament. Even some of the higher end teams like LSU, Alabama came out and played. They played a really good clean game. But other than that, let's see. Georgia played a clean game. Clemson, especially with all the holes they had, they're overperforming in my eyes. I did not expect this to be as clean of a game. I expected them to have some turnovers due to that poor offensive line. But so far, like I've said before, it hasn't really been costing them too much.
I mean, now that you mention it, I mean, this tournament has been looking wild. Like, if you look at a high overall guy like Tom Brady, I mean, you see the game that he had was very, it was kind of a little lackluster. But right now, Deshaun Watson is playing very well, very, very confident in his throws, even if it's on the run. It could be crossbody anything. He's looking pretty good out there. And, I mean, again, just looking at quarterbacks that you would think are better than him, like, for example, Hurts. I feel like a lot of us thought he performed well. But then he had, what was it, like 5 to 6 interceptions?
Yeah,
you know, it's definitely surprising to see what some of these quarterbacks, even ones that are low overall, can do out there. That's what we're looking for the snap, hoping to convert.
Go screen.
Oh, slip screen. And he rolls forward for the first. Good job, Saquon. Definitely definitely due to their O-line, Saquon is going to have to be utilized more in the passing game, especially if they're looking for Saquon to find a way to help carry this offense a little bit. Right now, it's being put in the hands of the receivers and Trace McSorley, but definitely Saquon could be a factor in turning the tide of the game.
Almost intercepted there by Isaiah Simmons.
Trace McSorley has made some questionable passes, but I gotta.
Fumble.
Oh, fumble.
And they scoop it up. A big fella. Can he get there?
Boy might take it to the crib.
No, Saquon. Nobody picked up the block.
Definitely some questionable decisions being made here by Trace McSorley. I mean, first you had that pass before. You had that pass beforehand where it almost was a pick. So I gotta wonder what's going through his mind. Is it maybe the nerves of the tournament? Like I don't know what's affecting McSorley right now. He had that good pass to Godwin, but sadly Godwin just fumbled.
I mean, at the overall that he is, you can't really expect him to make every play in the book.
All right, well, you know who can make a play in the book? Good old ATM.
I'm surprised they're having this much success even running the ball. I mean, this defensive line's nothing special, but just walking right through. The offensive line's holding their own.
Another rushing touchdown for Clemson. Definitely looking like a blowout this game.
And with an extra point, Miguel, don't look at the scoreboard.
Let's see. I peeked. I didn't mean to. I peeked.
Hey, I warned you.
And we got 12 minutes and 30 seconds. No. I'm not trying to... I need somebody to score a touchdown just so this that score line can change. A decent return made it to the 37. What's Penn State gonna have to do here, do you think?
Let's see. I mean, they've had times where they've been able to move the ball. I mean, they've just made a bunch of mistakes that have cost them. I mean, Clemson's had a defensive touchdown their first drive. They just almost had another defensive touchdown set up in really good field position. They just need to play mistake-free, which is what I said earlier. And so far, they just haven't done it. And the scoreboard's reflecting that. You also got to convert some of these 3rd and 5 and keep moving the ball down the field. Cannot keep failing in opportunities like this, having short drives, and just giving the ball right back to Clemson. Because Clemson's had no trouble moving this football.
It's almost like you're psychic. You can call it word for word, bar for bar, and look, they're now punting.
It's a little bracketology. The winner of this game will play the winner of Ohio State and Texas A&M, which there's only 2 games left after this game. That game and Iowa, Wisconsin. Not sure which one will be next. Miguel, is there a game you'd like to do next between those 2?
I don't know. Both of those are good matchups. I'd like to see Ohio State just because, one of my favorite corners now in the league, Denzel Ward, is on that team. So I like to see him in that defensive unit play.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning. I'm thinking I want to see Ohio State play, especially with the way Clemson's playing right now. That could be a very interesting second-round matchup between those 2 teams. Ohio State, the 2 seed in this tournament.
A little bit of a phase there, but 2nd and 1. A little bit of replay. Catches it. Somebody catches a block. Oh. He clotheslined through like 3 people.
Micah Parsons lined up at edge here for the 2nd and 1. And they're going to run the ball away from him.
ATN picking up the first. He's been having a pretty solid day here today.
I feel like Clemson's done a good job of keeping Micah Parsons out of the game, whether it be running the ball the opposite direction, making quick passes before he can get to the quarterback. He has made his presence felt in pressure, made a couple tackles, but I mean, he's been in a lot of good situations, moved all around the field. Clemson's just done a good job staying balanced. Right there, he's just about to be on Deshaun Watson, but he made a throw. Got out of his hands quick, something a lot of quarterbacks haven't been able to do in this tournament.
Do you think that's just that's due to the difference of experience? I mean, Watson's been in the league longer than Parsons, so it could just be an experience thing.
I mean, I don't think it's a... Parsons is... I mean, he's shedding blocks. He's getting after it. He's just... I mean, nobody can get there in a split second. He's still got to get around somebody. Deshaun Watson's just making plays quicker than Micah Parsons can make plays.
Travis Etienne looking to make another 3rd and 2nd. You know, definitely impressed with Etienne. Not only has he done good yards-wise, but I mean, again, two rushing touchdowns to his name, and so I mean, he's definitely trying to carry this offense on his back. Oh, big hit!
Got to hold on.
Go over the replay. D-Hop having the excellent catch, but then just gets thrown into a big hit. Somehow, some way, he keeps the ball. You know, we've seen a few fumbles here this game, and honestly, both of them kind of surprising considering what happened. But you know, if there's gonna be a fumble that happened, I would have thought it would have happened right there. I believe that was couldn't tell that. Was that Williams? Oh, not triple.
I wasn't paying that close of attention in that play. ETN
can't
get around the
be more
edge.
professional. Okay. Oh, that's where they go for it. 3rd and 4th here on the conversion. Can they do it? No, they can't. 4th and 2.
Could they go for this? No, they're just going to take their 3, go up 4 touchdowns if they can make it. And they will. Not a lot of missed field goals in this tournament either.
Yeah,
the only one I remember, I remember 2. One, Graham Gano off the upright, and then Tress Way was that kicker for the beginning of that Oklahoma-Florida State game. So he came up short.
That was the first game of the tournament.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a missed field goal since that game, and both those misses were in the same game.
I'm just happy he's not, 28-3 anymore.
That's fair enough. But not looking good for Penn State right now.
No, it is not. And
there's still plenty of time for Clemson to run up the score before half.
I was about to say, not only do you have the rest of this quarter, you still have a whole other half of the game. So that definitely is a scary feeling if I'm Penn State. Holy, Clemson looking at a blitz right here. Oh, what a call. Stopping guy went in back to making it 3rd and 9. This is sad to see on Penn State's part. I mean, in a way, I knew they were going to be the underdog in this matchup. I just hate that they're kind of going about it this badly right now. McSorley looking to receive the ball. McSorley gets it. A little throw on the run, actually trying to beat Deshaun Watson, but sadly could not connect. Now Penn State's going to have to punt. Definitely not what they want to do here.
Yeah, Clemson's going to have solid field position. There's still plenty of time. A good punt there.
Yeah,
flips the field.
Yeah, definitely more than enough time to put points on the board. 18 averaging 4 yards per carry with those 2 touchdowns. Definitely a good day for him. And speaking of which, Deshaun handing off to ATN, who Stiff arms him in, make it second and third. Oh, pitch to ATN. That makes it
Another 3rd and 4. This could be a big stop for Penn State. They do not get the ball at half. But if they could get a stop right here, at least... Ooh,
Deshaun almost throwing his first pick of the game. That was very... that was probably the first time Deshaun Watson's... Well, I don't say it was the first time he made a sketchy call, but definitely one of the few times he made a sketchy call. Penn State looking to return it about the 36-yard line.
See if Penn State can capitalize off the stop. I mean, they've got to get something going on offense. Only 3 points thus far. Definitely need to try to put something up before half.
100%. Let's see what Sorley and company can do here. Sorley going under center. His ball to Saquon. Tries to run to the edge, but gets stuffed. 2nd and 11.
Isaiah Simmons making plays at middle linebacker.
Definitely,
only 2 tackles thus far, but
Isaiah Simmons is definitely one of the big threats on defense, especially in that linebacker core. Definitely carrying that section of the team.
Yeah, definitely carrying the linebacker group.
So we're looking to throw it. And it was picked off by the lineman.
Great defensive play by the defensive back right there. Trips right. Sorley going to go the underneath route. And they're going to come up short. Clemson's still going to get the ball back with adequate time to go down and score before half. Penn State just can't get anything going. Defense is making plays.
If you're Penn State, would you try to go for it here?
I mean, there's not much that they have to lose, but nah, I wouldn't. I'd punt it. Maybe Clemson makes a mistake. Maybe you get another stop with time. But I wouldn't give Clemson the ball back right here. If you want to... That's a big risk. You don't want to give Clemson the ball with that kind of field position.
Return man trucking 2 people to get to the 18-yard line.
Still all timeouts for both teams and the 2-minute warning left. See if any more points are put up before half.
Watson going under center. Tight end motions. There's the ball to ATN, who gets stuffed in. They only get 1 yard, but I still consider it a little bit of a stuff. 2-minute warning has now arrived. Deshaun looking at the pass. He throws the drag route. Jukes a man, gets to about the 32-yard line, making it 1st down. Watson under center again. He slings it. Oh, what a catch by D-Hop. Watson going empty backfield. Micah almost getting the sack, but he ends up pushing Watson to the 1st. Yeah. I'm curious. Watson and them were trying to get down the field quickly, but they didn't use their timeouts. That's definitely interesting decision they made there.
Yeah, but I mean, still up 31-3 at half. Great half if you're Clemson. Not so much if you're Penn State. So I have to see what happens in the second half, but Penn State's got a lot of work to do. And yeah, we'll catch you in the second half. And welcome back for the second half of the Clemson-Penn State game. Why it did the uniforms like this, I don't know.
I think it was because of the whole
Yeah.
coming back.
So we paused the game at halftime, and we're gonna finish it later, and that's what we did. So it changed up the uniforms. So it is what it is. Oh well.
But either way, we're not gonna let some dumb uniform changes affect this game. Either it's gonna be a great game, and you know what? I'm curious to see if Penn State can make some form of comeback, because especially by the time it gets put out, the Charger Jaguars game already happened. If freaking Jaguars can do what they did, I believe in Penn State.
And to be fair, at one point I wasn't even sure if we were going to be able to restart it because I went on the PS4 and it was not there. But it was back on the PS5, so that's good. But if it wasn't, I probably would have just called it game because you see the scoreboard. No offense to Penn State, but
I think that's a lot of disrespect towards the Penn State organization.
they worked
hard to get here. They worked hard to get here.
Prove me wrong.
Look, they made it to the bracket just like every other team. They deserve as much respect as the next guy. They deserve as much respect as an Alabama and Georgia get.
They getting their cheeks tapped.
Okay.
No offense.
First of all, this is a very PG professional workplace, so watch your mouth. Second of all, Penn State is working. Look, blood, sweat, and tears are being shed.
Into that first down that Clemson just got. Okay.
Either way, even if Penn State loses and gets blown out, which is definitely looking like the more likely scenario, kudos to them. And, they still stuck out and they're still trying. That's all that matters. They didn't give up.
This is true.
They don't have an option to, but they didn't give up.
We definitely have to find something else to talk about because this game, we gotta.
Yo, imagine if they gave CPU teams the ability to race quit.
Talk about disrespect.
Dude, you know how fast their Ultimate Team challenges would go because you're whooping a team by 60? Oh, Deshaun Watson taking it himself.
And another first down. Surprise, surprise. You just see it pop up. Penn State is quit. Or the message pops up like if I'm a user in your team. Oh, the score is 2 out of hand. Would you like to quit this game?
I know. Instead of saying disconnected for your opponent, just said disconnected from the server for being too excessive, for making it an overkill. That'd be funny.
But let's see. Are there any guys that could be joining these two teams in the next tournament? I'm trying to think. I know you probably wouldn't know. I know Clemson should be getting a kicker, even though he did awful in the bowl game, I believe. Should still make the league. I don't see why he wouldn't. Mr. Potter. Clemson should be getting more D linemen, but I don't think they're going to start.
Especially with some of these kickers looking like in the NFL playoffs. I mean, some teams might be in the market for a new kicker. So, I think he has a spot on the team.
I know Trent Simpson is also a guy in Clemson. He's a safety, but he could also... Out of high school, he was a linebacker, so he might be able to make the cut. Because Clemson is rookie starting linebackers. Marcus Parsons finally getting the sack.
Deshaun Watson getting felt on for a change.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was holding it the whole first half, and I just wanted to win for the second half and recall it. I couldn't help myself.
I respect it.
Man, but it is nice to see Marcus Parsons getting the sack, though. But definitely, again, we talked about at the first half. Sadly, he has to carry his team, and sacks like that should have came earlier. Maybe that could have changed the tide of the game. But sadly, oh man, where was the picks in the first half, man? Oh, come on, Penn State. Okay, I didn't mean to show any bias there. I really want to prove Ethan.
I mean, a comeback would be exciting. I just don't see it happening. That's just how I see it. But back to what we were talking about just a second ago. Obviously, we do not condone what Deshaun Watson did. Very horrible stuff. But we are more supporting the sack that he just took. Pause.
Yeah.
But
ladies and gentlemen, we do not condone any violence or anything like that, especially towards women, races, violence on sex, different things like that. But I mean, some jokes are jokes, and I mean, we'll try to keep it at a maintainable level.
Speaking of potential changes to these teams, Deshaun Watson might not even be starting for Clemson next year. Trevor Lawrence has been popping off. You might jump him in the overall category.
Ooh, okay. I got a great topic for us now that you've mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
What players? I mean, I don't know if you really paid attention to certain lineups or things like that, but which players do you think deserve an X Factor or superstar abilities, and which players do you think should be taken away from them?
Well, one you can see in this game when we simulated Hopkins was not. He didn't originally have a superstar for Clemson, but when we simulated, he was given one, which we usually would take those away. But I think that D-Hop is deserving of a superstar ability. They just took it away after the steroid suspension. So
what a punt!
So you got that back. I think he'll get that back in future Maddens as well.
Okay.
But let's see who else. Is ETN a superstar?
You know who I think could possibly
he could get one.
You know who I think could get a superstar ability, but definitely not an X Factor, just because of his rookie season. I could see maybe it's just the Falcon fan in me. Maybe it's that. But I mean, I feel like Drake London's played a pretty solid season.
Yeah, I mean, he's solid. I think it's a little too early for that, but maybe.
I was about to say, if they get Michael Parsons his X Factor in the second season, they're like homies.
Well, that's because
it's possible.
Parsons is him.
But yeah, Michael Parsons is definitely built different. But I mean, I can definitely, at least I can make. I see the case being made for one superstar ability.
Michael Parsons in there on another stop.
Speaking of we were talking earlier about the playoffs. What have your opinions been about the recent playoff games?
Definitely been interesting. A couple surprises on my end. The Jags have been surprising me. Obviously, we had that huge comeback. See, Tom Brady, R.I.P.
I don't know about you, but I'm very happy on that one. I'd rather see the Cowboys, win a game in general, instead of letting Tom Brady try to go to the Super Bowl again. And then, somebody else that might be happy is his now, divorced wife and, kids, but, it's all right. It'll be fun. He's got money. You know what team has surprised me? The Giants. I don't know if it's because of my viewers. Y'all don't know this, but my dad is a very big New York fan for a lot of things. So Giants is obviously one of his teams, and because of that, I go against them in mostly everything. The only team we share is the New York Rangers in hockey, but that's only because the Atlanta Thrashers don't exist anymore. But I was really hoping the Giants were going to lose. I thought Danny Downs was going to look like Danny Chump Change. But he's played a solid game. The Giants played pretty good against the Vikings. So, that was definitely surprising right there. No, honestly, thinking about it now, Kirk Cousins is somebody I'm surprised has been playing pretty well as of late. Because I remember, think about it this way, his first couple years, definitely first season with the Vikings, everybody was like, oh, he's kind of trash, even his receivers were giving him crap, but now, playoff team, that's definitely a big improvement.
Man, you're talking about the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
Man, they got lucky the whole season. I'm sorry.
Hot take alert.
No, they won so many one-possession games. You put those 50-50, I don't even know if they make the playoffs. They just didn't lose their one-possession games, which, hats off to them. They knew how to close, but got exposed in the playoffs.
I was about to say, we've seen how teams that can't close, I mean, I hate to say it, Falcons are an infamous team that don't know how to close. You know, Chargers now getting the same jokes that us Falcons fans get. You know, I mean, it happens. Would you rather be on a team that can play good in the beginning and then play like crap in the end, or play like crap in the beginning and then play extremely well in the end?
Can you repeat that?
Would you rather have a team like? Would you rather be on a team that starts off good like in the first half, and then like plummets in the second half, or is trash in the first half and does well in the second half?
Obviously, the second one. You want momentum going into the playoffs if you make it there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they try to do a little QB option with Trace McSorley, but it goes for negative yards. Okay, you know, as the time starts ticking down, maybe I can see where you're coming from with the whole not coming back there. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's hard to go against Trace McSorley, man. That's the GOAT.
I mean, if it wasn't 31-3, then I could see it, but
I'll say, who else in the NFL really got their own theme song like that?
Saquon Barkley, made by the same guy.
Okay, well, they're on the same team, but okay, who else that's not on Penn State got their own theme song?
Nobody off the top of my head. I'm sure there's some out there, though, just not as famous.
You gotta play it. Now, for the viewers, I'm gonna put y'all on with something. The best sports player to have their own theme song. And you may not like the song, but I grew up on it, so I love it. Robinson Cano has a song named after
Oh my gosh.
Ethan and some of the others have heard me talk about this song. But that song is goated. Listen to it. Named after Robinson Cano. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what drugs he puts in the system. I don't care. Still dope. Alright? Get Derek Jeter out of here. Get Babe Ruth out of here. Freaking Robinson Cano's the GOAT. That's my hot take of the day. Ethan, if you were in the NFL, if you could choose, what position would you be?
If I could choose?
Yeah.
Or which one, best fits my abilities?
You can do both.
I don't know if I could choose, obviously. I mean, quarterback just seems like a lit position to play.
Okay.
But, if we're doing more based on my abilities, let's see. And Clemson will recover the fumble. Yeah, if we were going a bit more based on my abilities, either cornerback. Actually, no. Due to my my skin complexion, I don't think cornerback is a fitting position.
You know, you play solid wide receiver when you need.
Yeah, I'll go wide receiver.
Trying to think.
I'm built more like a kicker, though.
You know, you do got a point. Now, if it was up to me, I'd play corner. I don't know why. Every time I watch corner, that's like an elite position. Especially corners that cause especially Madden, corners don't really hit hard like that. But you see some corners out here laying people out. Corner would be an elite one, or safety. I'll take one of those two. And then for my skill set, I mean, obviously, I did play O-line and D-line back in high school. No, you won't get highlights. I was trash. I'll say it myself. But I think I could have made a good quarterback. Everybody doubts me, but I think I could have been a decent quarterback.
Guys, if you were watching this, don't believe this man.
No, I just would have been a pocket passer. I can't scramble. I'm not fast.
It's nothing personal. I'm not one to put down the homies. Nothing like that. It's just take my word for it. I'm sorry, Miguel.
Haters. I could be a quarterback. Y'all gotta let me prove myself. Okay, when you me, when we were doing 2-on-2 against Pierce, I threw you dots. I threw you touchdowns.
Man, because I was running them crispy routes.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
And we also had to scheme so you could make the throws.
Okay, all I'm saying, you can't have a touchdown if you don't have the ball in your hands. You know how you got the ball in your hands? You're throwing it to you. So I believe the words you're looking for are thank you.
I had to scheme you easy throws.
Okay, but guess what? I was able to make those easy throws. So realistically, if we have good coaching, I could be an elite quarterback.
Elite?
Yes.
You know, forget the elite part. Quarterback.
I'm gonna be honest. My only negative in the quarterback thing, I feel like I got like too small of hands, like compared to like what a quarterback should have. But other than that, like you make the ball a little smaller, I'm elite.
Well, that's tough luck.
You know. Yeah, it is what it is. I ain't got the hands, but I got the size 13 feet, so you know, it is what it is. Sean Watson under center. Oh, play action. He takes the ball himself. And he slides.
And touchdown.
Ethan, how's the college life for you so
far? You know, it's still first semester, or second week of the semester. I don't know why I said first semester. I'm a junior. But it's going solid. Should be a pretty easy semester, to be honest. What about you?
You know, I think the semester is looking up purely because I don't have any more core classes, so I don't have to worry about bio or none of that. Some of the classes seem a bit intimidating just because either teacher or subject, but I think it's a good thing. It's gonna be challenging, and I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm mostly excited.
I see. We're getting on our Bill Walton type stuff, going completely off topic.
I mean, I don't know, but I didn't know what to talk about. Oh,
there was a touchdown that was just scored.
Okay, by the team that's already like winning by a lot.
Hey man, tutties are tutties. Shout out Hunter Renfrow. He scored that tutty.
Hunter Renfrow low-key underrated.
He is.
Oh, guess who called me before we started part 2 of this video? Apparently, KSU called me. Specifically, KSU Athletics.
Oh, they want you to be quarterback, huh?
I'll be honest with you. When I saw it was KSU and I heard it was from the athletics department, I thought they must have like somehow remember an old play from high school. It was like, we want to recruit you. So I'm thinking, all right, cool. But no, apparently they remembered I went to I'm assuming it was either like a baseball game with you guys. They asked me if I wanted to go to the ones where KSU plays Georgia and like some other teams, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll talk to my friends about it. See what happens.
Where they asked you if you wanted to go?
Yeah.
They gonna give you tickets?
I don't know. Like that was never specified. I was
supposed to like contact them back.
I guess. It was very. It came out of nowhere conversation, so I was kind of scared to ask questions. But I don't know if they're like, oh, if you want to, stop by, you can buy these tickets. And I feel like, I don't know.
I don't think they're that down bad to make a sale. Contacting people individually.
Well, I mean, I'd assume if it was free tickets, it'd be like, say, hey, so congratulations, you won free tickets to KSU, gave me your like something like that.
Did you give them your information?
No, they just said, hey, is this Miguel? And I was like, yeah, who's this? And they were like, this is KSU. I was like, okay. So I didn't give them my name, apparently, didn't you?
Huh.
I don't know. It was.
They knew you went with us?
Or like they were like, oh, we saw that you came to this game. And I was like, yeah, I went with my friend. I didn't put out any governments. I wasn't snitching, but yeah.
Only on YouTube.
But yeah, no, it was definitely I think it was interesting in that phone call. That was the last phone call I expected to get today. And normally I don't answer random numbers, but I saw it was KSU, so like in my mind I was thinking worst case scenario, this is like an emergency call from one of you guys to me. And I'm like, it's now or never. And so I just answered it. Let's see if Penn State can convert. Oh, touchdown!
Look at him go.
Hey! Oh, what a touchdown. Attaboy Hamler. And I just think I get blown out that badly anymore. I mean, still get wrong the score, so like, clearly, like, there's a big difference there. But it's like, at least Penn State scored a touchdown. Like, other than a field goal was put on the board, you know? Oh, man. I'm trying to think what else we could talk about. You know, I don't know if we talked about it. Praise up for DeMar Hamlin.
I mean, he seems like he's good now. I ain't seen any updates other than he was released from the hospital, but...
Oh, I didn't even know he was released.
Yeah. I don't know if he was at the Bills game or not. If he wasn't, he should be at this next one, which that'll be fun for the fans and everything. After all that they had to go through the first game.
I mean, I'm assuming
it was
he's
in
not
Cincinnati.
playing,
No, I'm sure he's done for the season.
well, I mean, the season's, man, it's practically over.
You know, I mean, he might be done for his career. I have no idea.
That'd be scary. But yeah, no. Even though he's released and everything, prayers out to him. And hopefully see him on the field again. Yeah, no, that was pretty scary. You know, I thought Tua's concussions were probably some of the scariest things I've seen this season, especially with the way he was throwing out gang signs while he was like on the ground. But no, that DeMar Hamlin hit was that was tragic.
Russell Gage got smacked in the neck yesterday. They had to bring up the ambulance for him too.
Damn, really?
The Bucks game.
Man, yo, shout out Russell Gage, man. Former Falcon, man. That's a goat right there.
I'm not sure what the injury was, if it was a concussion or a neck or spine injury, but it didn't look good.
Do you think they should start making players wear neck pads? Like you have turtlenecks that have pads in it?
Maybe, like, you seen the thing, the only player I remember that wore it was like Luke Kuechly. He wore that little thing around his neck. It looked kind of weird, but that was to prevent concussions. Maybe they start trying to encourage players to wear those. But,
well, two things. Number one, I like how you say he wears it to prevent concussion, but he retired because of concussion. And then,
yes.
Doesn't Leighton Vander Esch wear something similar?
He might. But I think he wore it to try to prevent concussions because his career was at risk because of concussions. And, I mean, it's not a miracle worker.
Yeah, point. Is it just me, or is there, like... I don't know, maybe because we don't watch the sport, and maybe we're not just in the circles like that. But is it, like, do I feel like there's more scary injuries in football than there is, like, sports like rugby?
I
or is it just because
I'm not a rugby watcher, like you said.
Could just be rugby players are built different. Man, especially the ones that be coming out with the hockey dance beforehand, man, them dudes look scary. Man, if not, let me go against somebody in a sport, or not even a sport, let me go against somebody in a fight. And they pull out that hockey dance. Oh, dude, I'm running away. I ain't going against that.
Fighting for yards, picking up the first.
That's what Penn State all about.
That Deebo Samuel role. Trying to utilize all their weapons. Ooh, pancake.
Speaking of utilizing his weapons, Trace McSorley using his legs. I see a blitz incoming. Oh, I love it when I'm right.
Risky pass. See what they do here on 3rd and inches. You know, a couple solid late drives here. Obviously, it's not going to be enough when you still look at the scoreboard, but trying to gain some momentum. Don't know if we'll see Penn State again. I don't know if they'll do any like side games or something. Maybe like some big ones that didn't get matched up, like Michigan, Ohio State. That might be a fun little side game after the tournament, just to kind of see what would happen. Maybe if like Alabama and LSU don't match up, maybe something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm also planning on doing 2K alumni teams as well.
Ooh, question.
Yes.
So you know how 2K at some point is gonna release, I guess, a football video game.
I mean, you said that. I haven't seen anything about it, but sure.
Well, at least from what I remember, like 2K has some sort of deal with NFL where they make non-simulation games. I don't know what that like if they can use specific players or anything like that. But if they do use specific players from the NFL, would you make an alumni team there? So like if it was like street football, would you do like an alumni team tournament?
Probably not. I mean, I try to do these as like simulation type things, where it's like try to keep it like realistic. You know, sometimes some of the stuff's out of your control, but yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I'm excited for the 2K one. I'll probably do that right after this tournament finishes up, and then after that, I might come back to Madden and do a position team tournament, which I think I mentioned. I might have mentioned that in the previous video. Do you remember if I did that or not? Ooh, touchdown.
Ooh, you talked about it, yes. Because I remember you asked me what position do I think would.
Hey, what position did you say?
I was trying to think. I either told you. I might have told you.
I remember what I said.
Running backs, maybe. Running backs or tight ends. One of them two.
That doesn't sound familiar. I said tight ends.
What did I say?
I don't know. Somebody that I asked. Honestly, I don't know if it was you said cornerback.
No, I said I'd go for cornerbacks, but I don't think they're gonna win. Honestly, I can see either being running back or receivers, because we've seen on different teams where, like, for example, 49ers, where they use Christian McCaffrey to, like, throw the ball. So I can see, like, him being a quarterback, and then, again, you have these receiving backs so they can play receiver. And so, I mean, as offense-wise, they'd be awesome. So, yeah. Apple juice or orange juice?
Easily apple juice.
Really?
Yes. Are you disagreeing?
I drink more orange juice than I don't think I've ever had.
I mean, I drink both, but like, it depends on the situation too. But 8 times out of 10, I am picking apple juice.
Oh, so speaking of orange juice, me and my parents tried this hack that we saw on TikTok.
Oh, is it with the strawberry syrup?
Yeah, dude, it tastes like Skittles.
I do look you want to try it.
Dude, it's legit. Like when they tell you, oh, it tastes like Skittles. But me and I forgot what kind of orange juice we tried it with, but we want to try it again with Sunny D orange juice because it might be better.
I'm definitely gonna try that sometime soon. I'm gonna figure it out.
Whenever you plan on doing that, let me know. I'm coming over.
Now I have a source that can confirm that it do in fact taste like Skittles.
You know, speaking of which, I was talking with another friend of ours. I don't want to, considering what happened in one of the last videos, I'm not gonna drop his.
I mean, he didn't have a problem with it, but yes, let's try to keep names on the side. If you want to say like a letter, just so I know who you're talking about.
I was gonna do letters. So W, right?
All right, that's easy enough. Yes, sir, Mr. W.
I was talking to him the other day, and because Pierce had brought it up, and so I was like, you know, dang, it's been a minute since we've been over your crib and done some of those groups. He was like, man, nobody said anything. He was like, if one of you guys would say something, I've been down. And I'm like,
man, it's your crib.
That's what. Thank you. That's what I was tripping. Okay, but so yeah, I don't know. One of these days, I'm trying to think. Not this weekend because I already had plans. Probably not next. Well, no, maybe next week would be doable. But I don't know what you guys got going on.
Squad, I can figure it out.
Honestly, let me check my reminders because I swear I got something for next week. Well, I mean, I have a dinner on next Friday, but that shouldn't affect. Like, if
So
I pop by on Saturday.
back to the other thing. Do you have to measure out the strawberry syrup, or you just like spray that guy in there and
There's
say,
a
"Oh yeah, that's
specific.
enough"?
There's a specific video. I don't remember if we measured it out though.
Do you need to find it? Send it my way.
That's gonna be a tough one. I'll see if I can. I can't make any promises though.
But back to the game though, we did talk over a T. Higgins Clemson touchdown to make the score a whopping 45-17. If I'm Penn State, I'm running the clock out or trying my best to. They can't really take a knee, but just do not let Clemson drop 50 on your head.
Let's see from the video. Ooh, I do have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, viewers don't know.
Hey,
I'm gonna be careful. A specific change has happened in your life. I think you and me both know what that change is.
yes, I know what it is.
So,
Well, there goes the 50.
nah, that's tough. Was this a defensive touchdown? I was kind of pacing around the room. I think I got his I got his 90 overall card in Madden. All right, cool. That's a tough one. I feel bad for Penn State.
I don't. I called it from the halftime. I told you it wasn't gonna happen.
What was I gonna say? So there's a certain holiday that's coming around.
Right.
Right. Are you gonna like do something?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of question is that?
No, I assume so. I don't know if you're gonna be different about it. And just be like, nah, it's too early kind of deal.
No.
But I respect it. Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know why I'm already panicking because I don't know what to get. In my situation, and especially because, after that day, like in the following month on that first day, like it's her birthday. So I gotta space out gifts. I probably just gave away what we were talking about. What is it?
What the orange juice and strawberry syrup?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, what were you talking about?
That change that's happened in our lives.
I think people probably get it.
I don't know.
I mean, we don't need to go into it. It's personalized business.
That's why I try to speak it in code. But you're getting confused. That doesn't help.
Nah, we on the same page.
Okay.
I'm getting major podcast vibes from the second half.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else you want to.
I don't necessarily have a problem with it.
I'd say 52-17 doesn't really make a great content game.
Oh, he jumps back on it.
I mean, hey, again, kudos to Penn State.
Man, he really let Dexter Lawrence hunt him down.
But he's probably tired. He's had to carry
Homie's
350.
Nah, homie is 350 pounds, just about.
Yeah, but this isn't the first time Trace McSorley has run. This is the first time he got hit. So he's tired. This is wear and tear.
Man,
I'm just saying. I'm not faster. I'm okay. If you and me had a race, I'm obviously not faster than you. But if if I cripple you, then we best believe we're gonna have the same speed or a little faster.
If I ran a mile and then we ran a race, I'm still beating you in that race.
No, I'm just saying, man. Wear and tear is the thing. And I don't know, man. You might be tired.
I might be tired, but I'm still beating you in that race.
Yeah, you're probably right. So, and in anybody else's case, might go different.
Yeah, I respect the effort trying to put another tutty on the board. But that will be the second pick for Mr. Mullins, who just got called for pass interference.
Oof.
Making up for it right there. And now we should see a knee, I would assume.
Has McSorley beat the tournament record for interceptions?
I haven't been paying that close attention, but I doubt it. 6 is a pretty tall task.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, one thing I learned today: the true enemy of all of us is allergies. Take your medicine. This ain't it.
Take his Zyrtec.
Oh God, man, preach! Bro, I am dying over here.
And that will do it. Yeah.
Interesting game from start to finish.
Interesting is one way to put it. I didn't think Clemson would come out here and dog walk Penn State the way they did. I thought it'd be a pretty close game with Penn State maybe even having a chance due to Clemson's awful O-line. But Clemson came to play. Offensive line did not phase them at all. They looked like a top team in the tournament.
Honestly, Deshaun Watson playing better than honestly I expected. And so, you know, all in all, solid game.
And yeah, the winner of this game, Clemson, will go on to face the winner of Ohio State, Texas A&M, which might be the next matchup we do. We'll see. It's either that or Wisconsin, Iowa. But let's go ahead and get into the post-game stats. Don't know who I'd have for player of the game yet, but we'll see. Deshaun Watson having a really solid day. Sorely not having, only 3 picks, so not 6. I say only 3 picks. 3 picks isn't good, but it's not 6. Decent day, passing percentage-wise, completion percentage-wise. Rushing, ETN. He had 30 carries, only 3.9 a carry, but 2 touchdowns, 117 yards. Solid day on the ground. Oops. Receiving, D-Hop had a great day. So did Mike Williams. Chris Godwin had a solid day. No one's really standing out as player of the game yet. No pancakes this game. Michael Parsons was everywhere, but he is on the losing team, so he cannot win it. Isaiah Simmons, he was everywhere too, I feel.
He was definitely there to recover some fumbles.
Pass deflection, forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown. Low-key, give a shout-out to Isaiah Simmons running the middle linebacker spot in this tournament. I think that's where I'm going to go. Even though, let's see. Didn't lead the team in tackles. Did have a tackle for a loss, though. Yeah, I would say Isaiah Simmons. There's no, true standout in this game. I don't think. Everybody played pretty solid for Clemson. The same cannot really be said for Penn State. That's basically what it came down to. But, Miguel, do you have any closing remarks or a player of the game that you want to recognize?
Definitely on the defensive side, Isaiah Simmons for sure was out there. But again, on offense, I was actually really, despite his overall, I was really impressed with Deshaun Watson. There's some plays where, again, he had a terrible O-line. So realistically, if he wasn't the playmaker that he was, probably would have got sacked a lot of times. Maybe throw the ball away a lot. But no, he scrambled, he threw on the run and made some plays. So at least on the offensive side, I give it a Deshaun.
All right, fair enough. And with that being said, we will go ahead and close this game out. As I've said, the next game will be either Ohio State, Texas A&M, or Wisconsin, Iowa. And yeah, looking forward to it. Hope you guys are as well. First round of the tournament's almost over. The second round's going to be crazy. Some of these new matchups we got. But yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And that being said, adios.
Peace.